Singles hoping to find their perfect match this year may feel like they've hit a rough patch amid the coronavirus pandemic, but your dating life doesn't need to come to a complete halt even during a time of social distancing. Video exchanges are the new frontier, and here to tell us what we need to know is founder and CEO of the League dating app, Amanda Bradford. Amanda, thanks for being with us. And this is kind of counterintuitive because as I ask you to give us an idea about how dating's been affected during a time like this, I think you're going to give us a fairly unexpected answer.
It is surprising that it's quite busy out there. We're seeing unprecedented levels of engagement, both in terms of logging in. Users that maybe logged in once or twice a week prior to this period are logging in multiple times a day. We're seeing users that used to be called flaky or were ghosting people are now responding to people at unprecedented levels. We're also seeing people adopt our video features much higher rate than February, for example. So we're seeing that people are really looking for connection and support during this time, and it is showing up in the data for sure.
And for anyone who's hearing you and ready to take the plunge, you have some tips for video dating. And your first one is look first date great.
Yes, it's also surprising that you shouldn't wear your pajama bottoms on your first video date, even though you can. But, really dress like you would for a regular date. I think both, whether head to toe. So whether it's to kind of create more confidence in yourself, but also to show the other person that, hey, I'm willing to put pants on for you is kind of how we joke about it.
And also we know that lighting is everything.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to have great lighting as well, right?
Yes, no fluorescent lighting. If you can get kind of low wattage, dim light, that's always a little bit more flattering. And another thing we say is try to share an experience during that date. So whether it's, playing words with friends, whether it's watching a YouTube video and pushing start at the same time. We've had users even go to an Instagram live concert and kind of pretend like they're going to a concert with each other over FaceTime. So really treat it like you would, a real date. And I think, even though this is a really tough time and a scary time for everyone, it's actually a really unique time to get to know someone on an emotional level, and I think that's important when you're dating. And kind of look at the bright side of it, I guess.
We had some of the other tips up there. I love have a back pocket topic, not the pandemic. Also give a power compliment, but not about looks. And you mentioned to share an experience, but it is important to think about talking about something other than the pandemic, even though that might seem impossible right now.
Yeah, it can be easy to dwell on it, but I think, touch on it, of course, it's top of mind, but, use the opportunity to really get to know the person, what they're passionate about and what drives them. And, I think it's easy to kind of spend time talking about what we're reading and seeing in the news every day. So don't don't sacrifice the time you have with the person and try to find out something really deep about them if you can.
Yeah, I see a reality show out of this one. You date in the pandemic on video, and then when this is all over, you can finally meet in person. So very exciting.
We do have some couples. We do have some couples that are on like week 4 or 5 of not having seen each other yet, but are falling in love. So I told them we'll definitely want to follow up with them and see how it goes in the real world.
Yeah, we will check in with you on that. Amanda Bradford, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.